So this also has, I think, knock-on effects on notions of community, where part of what made Silicon Valley work was a collection of people who shared a number of similar beliefs, physically co-located in one place.
Yeah.
And sort of another knock-on effect of earning moving to being purely digital is the ability to sort of co-locate digitally along belief structures and what those communities look like. So can you talk a little bit about how you think that plays out and what the implications are in terms of belief structures and communities and how that moves online, or how that might even reflect from online back into the real world?
Totally. So so one thing that I think is, like the V1.0 version of that, but it's already at massive scale. This is an observation that's not original to me. I think it's either Sam Altman or Silver Kaskula of Teleport, but AI is actually breeding humans right now. Okay, and what do I mean by that? The matching algorithms on Tinder, right? The recommendation algorithms on Twitter, on Facebook, etc., are putting people of similar interests together and are responsible for a very large percentage of modern couples, right? Like, the Washington Post had an article from a little while ago which showed that the percentage of people who met their partner online is the majority across, like, everything else is down. Church is down, restaurants are down, bars are down, family is down, friends are down, the internet is up, taking share away from everything else, right? So, and then what's up is basically these matching algorithms, right? So AI is already breeding humans, and what I think about when I think about that is the Russian Siberian fox experiment. Okay, so what is that? So actually, very, very important experiment in biology, if you haven't heard of it. So there's a Russian guy in the 40s or 50s, and he wanted to see whether, like what could be done with animal breeding in like one generation. So he took these Russian Siberian foxes, and he took them and he said, okay, I'm going to take one group, I'm going to try to domesticate them. I'm going to take them and mate them amongst each other to try to make the most friendly kind of things. I'm going to take another group, the most aggressive, and mate those and see what happens there. Okay, so something remarkable happened. Within just a few generations of dog years, right? Like a few dog generations, the foxes that were mated for like domestic kind of behavior, their ears started to become floppy. They started to bark like dogs, which foxes don't do. And he essentially like reconstructed like the millennia-long process of dog domestication in like a few generations, right? And these foxes would lick their hand and would eat like sugar offered to them and would basically become tame, right? Then conversely, the ones that he bred for aggression were like slavering nightmare creatures that would like, you can see videos of this stuff, by the way, online. Like they'd bite the glass or whatever. They're like Insanity Wolf from Reddit, if you know that. So like it was like he created these like fearsome kind of creatures, and that just happened within a few generations of assortative mating, right? So that's what AI is doing. Okay, we are right. Yeah, we are basically. I mean, the amount of Star Trek knowledge some of these couples are going to have is going to be amazing. Like they are mating them on the basis of interest, right? So you're just going to have all of these subcultures and communities which are just like the maximum amplified version of themselves in both good and bad ways.